Happy New Year. This is the follow-up video to what I shot yesterday with the Steambow alligator pistol crossbow modified. So now today we're going to be doing the Prophecy modified and see now a DIY build-up as opposed to a custom, which was the alligator, performed different. Now this is the first time I'm using it with a magazine. Now the first thing I know straight away, this is supposed to be for broadheads as well. Now if you look at what's the jaws there and how much that opens, not enough. So first of all, we're going to be doing 4 tests, see what performs best. One with your standard plastic bolt. Then we're going to do the half and half alloy plastic. Then we're going to do the broadheads. And then we're going to finish with mine. And because it's all on camera, we can see how it performs. So first of all now, I'm going to load up with the plastic, 3 shots of each, with the plastic bolts. First thing I noticed, put it in, it doesn't go in very well. It fouls on a string as you put the first bolt in. It makes it very tricky. And sat in there, it doesn't sit very good either. So we're going to move the camera over now to first firing position. Okay guys, we're here. Now we're going to try this now and see exactly what happens with these bolts. So I'm not holding my breath or anything. First of all, I can see already the bolt, bringing the camera, is already right back against the breech. So I think this has got to jam straight away. Yeah, it's jamming, look, it's bending the bolt. With strings at the back, you can see the bolt bending inside right there. So already is not great. So got to cock it face down. You've seen that? In case it recurved. Not impressed. So it hasn't got the stopper at the rear with this magazine to stop the bolts from falling down into the back. So the plastic bolts in this are a failure already. They're inconsistent coming out the front. It doesn't hold the flights true. And on target, it was quite erratic. Right, I'm going to pause now and load up the next bolts. Okay, the next bolts we're going to load is these ones. So just same as before. As you can see as well, it's an awkward way to load it. You have to hold it, rather than grip it by the pistol grip, and load it from the rear. You have to latch it under your arm to get there. Right, so assuming you're in a normal shooting position, you come back again. Right, because the alloy, half and half alloy shaft, they do stick in the magazine better. That's the first bolt out of 5 shots are stuck in. Second bolt. Okay, now we're going to try the broadheads. Okay, and we're back. Broadheads, we're going to try them now. Again, as you can see, I'm to latch it under my arm, which is now look at this now straight away. How awkward it is to get the bolts in. There's not enough clearance on top to get in. This doesn't lift enough, hardly enough, to get the bolts in. It needs to be filed out a hell of a lot more to give you the height. You can see I'm going to potch about to get the bolts in, just to use it. So if it was in a shit it's the fan situation, This magazine is no good as a load of crap. Right, so we're going to load it. You'll notice the whole time I'm pointing the bolt downhill, that crossbow downhill. Can't have it this way up because it'll jump the string at the rear. Stuck in. Stuck in. Also notice I'm not using sight, so I just aiming blind. So we're not going for groupage, we just see an operation. Right, so I'm just going to pause and going to grab the next bolts. Okay, so next thing we're using is my bolts. So again, awkward position to load it. You have to be careful as well, you don't cut the bowstring doing this way because it's such a shallow entry. Right, so they're in now, you can see them. Let's see what happens when I cock it facing uphill. Right, that's better. At least with a solid shaft, it doesn't jam in the back of the magazine. Right, so I was one bounced out on there, one fell out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look on target now. Okay, let's have a look on target. I come down and sit on the floor. Let's see how things went. Now, of the alloys, you can see 2 have snapped off. Sorry, the plastics, 2 have snapped off. So that's another 2 bolts, which are absolutely no good. Of the half and half, let's see. Put this down. Right. This one's gone straight through. I'm going to have to knock that out. This one has also gone straight through. And the broadheads have actually done the best. They've really wedged into the board. No damage. These are my bolts. As I showed you before, these ones tend to bend rather easily. And these ones, there's a bit slightly stiffer plastic in mine. I'm just saying that is fact. So what we conclude, right? Against the chipboard, the broadheads have stuck in fantastic. So if you can see that there. The broadheads have done a really great job. They've actually done a better job than the bodkin tip. The bodkin tip seems to impact the load, but it doesn't follow through really with the penetration. But the broadheads, because they got the finer blade, they've really cut into the chipboard. Difference on the 80-pound bow to the 90. If you see my video, which I'll link below, the 90-pound bow, every bolt stuck in. The 80-pound bow, only £10 difference. It was about 50-50. Half bounced out, half stuck in. So obviously it depends on where there's a softer spot in the chipboard, they stuck in. Operation of the magazine, the one we just showed you now on the Prophecy pistol, don't buy it, it's shit. It's very awkward to put your bolts in. When you put them in nose first, especially the broadheads, you push them down into your bowstring and you can cut your bowstring, which is not good at all. There's no retainer spring at the rear, so when you're cocking back and you're levering, the tail end of the bolt, as you've seen, jams down in the knock for holding your bowstring. So you're just going to press on pause, bring it back in. Okay, we're back. Right, so to recap, this doesn't give enough clearance to put the bolts in. These snapped on first day of use. I had to repair these and aerolite it. There's too much gap in the front, so when you're firing through, any pickup on the way through from the magazine it rattles coming out. It gives you inconsistency on target. It wasn't made square. As you can see here, it's off centre. And this is what I believe caused this to snap in the first place, because the material is too weak. The gates are too flimsy. You can see it squeezes up. And to fit at the rear, I had to re-drill the breech block or riser block to fit the magazine in the first place. So conclusion, don't buy this magazine. It's on eBay. I can't remember the name of the seller. Take a good look at it. Remember it. It's shit. It's a bad design. It looks pretty. I give it a 3 out of 10, and I'm going to drop that down to a 1 out of 10. Because for actually loading your bolts, it's crap. You can't use a magazine system to load it, a rapid load. Everything about it is a bad design. The only good thing about it is, in the shit it's the fan scenario, if you've got nothing else, I would use it if you had nothing else. Given a choice, don't buy it. It's a waste of $100. Okay guys, so to recap then, regardless of the magazine, on impact, the difference between the 80 pound bow limb and the 90 pound bow limb, I would say, is 50%. Why 50%? Using the 90 pound Steambow limb, all of the bolts stuck in on target. Sorry about that, folks. Urgent phone call because I was having my cat cremated and they wanted to know what I wanted to do with the ashes. That's by the by. Anyhow, recap. There is a difference between the 80 and 90 pound bow, significant. With the 90 pound bow, as you've seen in yesterday's video, all the bolts stuck in, one went straight through. With the 80 pound bow, of around about 50% bounced back out, only about 50% stuck in. So, answer to one of my followers, is there a big difference between 80 and 90? Yes, there is. Might be 90 pound, only 10 pound difference on the draw, but the delivery on the target is significantly different. I haven't got a chronograph, I can't read it, but all I know is of the 10 pounds difference in draw, there's a massive difference on target as opposed to the 80 pound limb. Next up, you're going to do the Adarini with a 55 pound draw and see how that sits with things. If you're using a lower power limb, use broadheads. Higher power limb, don't matter if you use a broadhead or the bodkin tip, is going through. See you on the next one, guys. Thanks. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Last comment. Ciao, lads.